Hello my beautiful hammerheads and welcome back to another Black Library review. This time, The Rose at War by Danie Ware. And again, Lady Canoness Danie Ware just delivered us the best Sisters of Battle story ever. So this book is the amalgamation of several short stories and 3 novellas, one of which is written only for this book. But all in all, this is still just one story, as this is a continuation of the history of Sister Augusta becoming a Sister Superior and all her perils which she has to face in her life as a Sister Superior. And she is of the Order of the Bloody Rose. Again, Lady Canoness Danie Ware's background in the military and in a choir is really pronounced here. Again, all of this feels really personal, that she experienced some of those things in her real life. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it has this slight experienced feeling to it. Then again, it might be just that she's an awesome writer, that everything she writes is just, it feels so close to me. I don't know why, but I really felt for Sister Augusta. She's likable, she's a very stern character, and the Order of the Bloody Rose is known for melee combat. And in the first few short stories, this is very pronounced. And the first novella is interesting as it goes a little bit into the origins of the Order of the Bloody Rose. And a corn demon basically just asks her if she's really sure if there is a difference between them, because they are so bloodthirsty, they are clad in red, and I'm talking about the sisters. What I really liked is, first of all, before I forget this, like in my last few reviews, is humor is in it. Very important for me. There is a Sister Hospitaller, she's old, she's cranky, and the Canoness is very strict. If you talk out of order, you get basically a slap on the hand. Not just a slap on the hand, but she will make you know that she does not like this. And this Sister Hospitaller is just like, I have seen everything. You don't scare me. And even the Canoness is just like, it's okay, you deserve my respect. What I really liked is that all these stories are just building upon each other. Of course, like with every book, this should be a given thing. However, the escalation of it starts really small and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until the third novella, where everything is just one big brawl against an enemy, which was hinted in, okay, now I'm mixing it up, in the first or second novella. And after that, it just gets small again. So it's from this intimate, get to know the character, get to know the squad, her sisters, to, okay, we get to know more of the Order, we get to know the Canoness, as I've said, the Sister Hospitaller, and we get to see how they're wearing war. And after all that, after everything is done, we get another 2 short stories, and this is again, it gets intimate. It gets to the point in which we know these characters, we know how the sisters feel, how they react, and how they respond to certain things. But the second to last short story, The Big Mouth, is from the viewpoint of an orc looter. And this is so good. To hear Emma Gregory, as I've listened to the audiobook version, sing and speak in an orcish tongue is pure gold. I don't need this anymore. It is funny for this one short story, but I wouldn't say no to another one. And we get to see how the orcs perceive the Sisters of Battle. And this is also really, really funny. My one criticism would be that at some points, the whole thing, it's just too serious on some points, where a little bit of humor would have broken the tension. But this might be just my perception of the things. But the first novella was just too serious. Of course, it's the grimdark future. We need seriousness. We need a certain bleakness, let me say it this way. In hindsight, this might be just the way to convey us how serious Sister Superior Augusta is, how the Order of the Bloody Rose in general is. Might be this. And again, like with the book of The Triumph of St. Catherine, there is music in this. Basically as much music as you can have in written text. But with Lady Canoness Danie Ware's background in music and being in a choir, this was expected from my side, and I wasn't let down. I, as a musician myself, enjoyed those parts especially. And of course her military background, again, is very pronounced in this one. What bothered me, and this had nothing to do with the writing style or anything else, this is an probably audible thing or from the Black Library editor. There were some parts in which Emma Gregory just pronounced something wrong, recognized it, and immediately said it the right way. And this is still in the audiobook version. And it's not just once, it's about 3 or 4 times. And at first I thought my cat stepped on my phone and just went back a few seconds. But at the last short story, it's 3 times in a short amount of time. At this point I knew, okay, the editor made some boo-boos here. But it's still okay, it was just confusing at those moments. But yeah, I know this is a relatively short review for such a long book. However, all those short stories are basically really short stories in itself. You don't need the other stories to know what happens. It's just always on a good to know basis. But you can expect orcs, you can expect chaos, you can expect mechanicum, you can expect the Inquisition, and so on. There is so much, and every single faction is written in a serious tone. I enjoyed this. So if you're a Sisters of Battle fan, anything written by Lady Canoness Danie Ware is a must-read, in my opinion. The fight scenes, again, were a little bit too long, and in 2 or 3 of them my mind just went blank until it stopped. But this again is a me thing. Many of you might enjoy fight scenes. But me personally, I don't need to know that one of the sisters and her thrice blessed bolter does things again and again and again. I'm sorry, her thrice blessed heavy bolter. But yeah, all I can say is I want more written by Danie Ware. It is enjoyable, there are funny moments in it, as I've said. It is very serious, and you get to know the Sisters of Battle in a different kind of way. Especially with the stark contrast of my last review, Ephrail Stern. And yeah, as by now you should know that my moniker, Lady Canoness, for Miss Danie Ware, she has earned it. She is a Canoness for me. And with this is a solid 9 out of 10 litanies sung for the Emperor, especially if you're an Adepta Sororita fan. And it doesn't matter if you are a Bloody Rose fan or not, because I myself am a fan of the Martyred Ladies, and still I enjoyed this very much. But yeah, what are your thoughts on all of this? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, do all the YouTube stuff because hitting buttons is fun. If you want to support the channel and you don't know what to say, just write Bloody Rose in the comments. Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!